What is one lesson that you had to learn the hard way?
Um, the lesson I had to learn hard way. Well, I think it relates to what we talked about earlier about risks, right? So the lesson is about fear, right? So I learned the hard ways that a lot of things, like 99% of things that I'm afraid of, will never actually happen. So, but I would hold myself, like, for some time, I would hold myself back.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, because of those fears. But once I realized that those fears are actually an act of imagination, right? So they're not real. 99% of them are not real. So that's I'd say, yeah, that's what I say. So the lesson I learned hard way is kind of how to become fearless.
I mean, I think fear is just it's an indicator of an area in our lives where we can grow.
Right.
So it's like what like the number one fear is like public speaking or something. And
Hmm.
it's like it like first you ask yourselves questions like, is this gonna kill me? Is speaking in front of 100 people gonna kill me? Like, no, it's not gonna kill you. And then it's like, do people like are people really gonna remember this? I mean, maybe if you make a crazy like I have a dream speech that but then what are you afraid of? You just inspired so many people, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like we create these fears and these constructs and we keep we keep fueling them, but in reality, half of them aren't even true.
Yeah, it's interesting how we create. It's so much easier to create kind of negative scenarios in your mind, right?
Mhm. Yeah, opposed to
Rather than
optimistic.
positive, right? So once you
Yeah.
once you think about uncertainty in the future, in any situation of uncertainty, right? So you think about the future, then there's like myriad of different negative scenarios how it could go wrong, and only one how it would go right.
I
But
think
it's
that's just back to our primitive brain, right? Because like we're just animals and we have to think worst case scenario because it could kill us.
the
So
survival mode, right? So we're still in survival mode, amazingly.
yeah.